During this period, full-time employment decreased by 27,000, while part-time employment declined by 59,000. But the yearly picture shows that between June 2020 and June 2021, part-time employment shot up 8.4%, which translates to 77,000 formal jobs. Chief economist at Econometrics, Dr. Azar Jamin, says it is clear that businesses opted to employ people on a part-time basis due to uncertainty.
Businesses during the recovery phase, as lockdown restrictions were lifted from the third quarter of last year, started employing people, but did so on a part-time basis because they felt uncertain about the future. And by the time it came to the second quarter of this year, they felt that they had got what they wanted out of this and started feeling a little uneasy about a continuation of the recovery at the same pace, especially given the onset of the phase 3 of the COVID-19 virus that resulted in a reinstitution of a number of restrictions during the second quarter.
Gross earnings paid to employees fell by 0.1 billion rand, but basic salary and wages paid to employees increased by 1.1%. During this period, bonus and overtime paid to employees dropped by 10.8%. FNB says the fourth wave of COVID-19 poses a risk to job creation prospects.
The fourth wave of COVID-19 infections are expected before the year ends, and we have also seen a slowing momentum in global growth induced by the Delta variant, and these pose a risk to domestic output and employment, especially in industries already affected by prevailing raw material shortages. The recovery of the labor market is expected to be protracted, and recent developments such as the unrest could further impede employment prospects in the third quarter. A speedy vaccine rollout is vital to constraining resurgent waves of COVID-19 infections and their ability to limit full operations in the economy, thereby limiting employment prospects.
Meanwhile, the Reserve Bank's latest quarterly bulletin shows that household finances remained depressed in the second quarter. This as job losses continued despite improvement in economic activity. Growth in household consumption spending decelerated to 0.5% quarter-on-quarter in the second quarter from 1% in the first 3 months of the year. During the quarter, spending was driven mainly by purchases of durable goods, which continued to be supported by low interest rates and subdued inflation. According to Nedbank, household finances will remain under pressure in the short term as the ongoing recovery is not strong enough to support robust employment growth. It further says that increased vaccinations will probably broaden the recovery and keep the country in less restrictive lockdown levels, supporting earning opportunities. It does, however, caution that the upside will be limited by the impact of the unrest witnessed in parts of KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng in July, which caused some of the affected businesses to close down or scale back operations. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.